What's going on, YouTube? Raw Life back again with another Lufania run. This time we're doing tier 2 of Dimensions in Transcendence. And this is the Reckoning fight. It's 3 waves, 130 turn count, and it's kind of a pain in the ass if you don't bring the characters they want you to bring. Luckily, I'm a meta simp, so I brought exactly who they wanted you to, Garland and Faris. The first wave here, you got the metal drums. They can actually be dangerous if you let them move too many times. They'll do an all-attack metal quake that can really hurt you. So be careful with their HP attacks. Faris, this is my first time using Faris. Obviously, I used her on the right node in this Transcendence, so I could bring her to the Reckoning. But these are my first 2 fights using her after her LD, and she's kind of underwhelming. I mean, this fight, all the orbs, or a lot of the orbs, are Faris-themed orbs. You know, take water damage, have them with more debuffs, or 5 or more debuffs at once. So they were selling Faris hard. Luckily, I purchased. So Faris, Garland, and Aerith. Aerith is actually a little difficult to use on the Reckoning because it's such a long fight. Her Seal Evil wears off so quickly, and the final wave is multi-target, and just kind of tough to get her to last the whole fight. You definitely can't keep her Seal Evil buff up, or Planet's Admonition debuff up the whole fight. It just too many turns. See, at turn 16 is the first time I used Seal Evil because I knew from my first run, which missed HP requirement, that she's going to run out of steam before anybody else does. So got to be careful with that. The orb on the metal drums is water or damage from one of the elements that Faris does, basically. I'm just using her alone to affect this orb because she procs the orb with her LD, her both skills, and her EX. So she's basically keeping it under control by herself. As you can see, they got 1 metal quake off already, and that's a AoE HP damage attack, and that can really screw your run up if you let them hit you with that. I want to take another moment to just kind of plug my Twitch. I've been doing more streams on Twitch. I ran this fight on Twitch last night. Ran the other 2 nodes of Transcendence 2 on Twitch. It's twitch.tv/raw_life. I'll put that in the description. Give me a follow if you are so inclined. And we have some fun. Get Blartanian on there sometimes, co-commentary, and do some Lufania runs. And it's a good time. Anyway, we got these guys down to 30 and 29%. This is mainly a wave where we're going to try to conserve the skill uses as much as we can because this fight goes on forever. And Garland, Faris are both going to be really struggling to keep their skill uses, or keep any skill uses by the end. So we're trying to pepper in some HP plus when they are batteried. So, you know, Aerith isn't useless here. She heals when you can heal, and she's great battery. And so it all worked out, but like I said, she does run out of steam pretty early. We got another metal quake, unfortunately, but we got Aerith. She'll heal us up. The other attacks they do aren't really that dangerous. They do Kaiken and boulders, which are just brave attacks. Just be careful when they're targeting all, or if they're doubling into one with a regular HP attack. You can kind of blow your run up right there. So we're at turn 39 when we kill A, and then B is going down right after that. So 40 turns for the first wave. Now this wave is the Lock Phoenix. He's a little annoying because even when you kill him, he comes back to life and cleanses all his debuffs. The orb here is 5 or more debuffs, I think. I don't know because it just always stayed on. Yeah, I think it's 5 or more debuffs. But Faris provides 5 frame debuffs at all times. Well, it's going down, so maybe it's actually delay. Let's see. Yeah, it was delay. So you got to delay that guy. But Garland brings all the delay you need. I was being very careful here with my skill uses just because the final wave is going to be tough if I'm completely out of or if I'm running out of gas. So I'm saving Garland Burst and my summon for later on in the fight because fitting with the Lufania Orb here of delay, once this guy resurrects himself, he starts healing himself for 600k every time he moves. So you can't really let him move anymore after he resurrects himself. So that'll be when I'm going to burst and push out the delays. Aerith still just struggling to keep her Seal Evil skills available because she only has 4 uses and it only lasts 6 turns each. So that's kind of tough. Faris is great, obviously, for these fights. It's kind of like she was made for him. The debuff she does, the weakness damage, all that's great. I'm trying to get him down to the 0 so we can burst and finish him off without him moving again before we go to the 3rd wave, which is difficult in its own right. He hit me with a magma wave there, but barely did anything. He's debuffed all to hell, and we don't even care about a little magma wave. We're going to push him down to 13% here and check his debuffs. Faris is conserving skill uses, as everyone is, so I'll go ahead and HP attack with her. Aerith just battering everyone, even without her Seal Evil up. She batteries so much on her Brave Brave Triple Plus, as I like to say. So she's useful here, even if her Seal Evil's not up. We're going to finish him off on the next move, and you'll see he cleanses all his debuffs. Reincarnation, son of a bitch. We'll recover HP if he moves, so you don't want to let him move. I hit him with a Fury Brand just to heal up that chip damage that I've got, and he heals on his turn, but it doesn't really matter because he's not going to move again. Go ahead and place that Seal Evil, so we still have 2 Seal Evils left for Aerith, and Faris get her debuffs back up quickly as possible. I'm going to go ahead and burst with Garland. Garland burst is going to help push him out further and get his BT effect up, which obviously synergizes well with a delay strategy because the more turns you get in a row, the higher stacks his BT effect goes. So that's great. Kind of fucked up the BT rotation here also because it's a single target, so I should have tried to use his skill 2 twice instead of skill 1 twice, but whatever. We make it work. Also, this animation is just fucking nuts, dude. Love his BT animation. Aerith's got her Seal Evil up now, so she's going to be hitting harder with her battery as well. We love that. Garland is, getting to the midway point of his skill usages, so getting a little nervous. We may not have enough gas in the tank for wave 3, but we push on and keep spamming skills because I don't know what I'm doing. Faris is also, tiptoeing that line of skill usages, but we want to kill this guy before he moves again, so let's get him out of here. Saving her Onion Night Call on Faris for the last wave. Get a little turn manipulation. And Garland finishes off the Phoenix. So now you got these ugly ass parrots. When they are in their black mode, you can heal, but when they go to killer mode, which is white, you have to move a certain number of times. I think it's 10 or 12 while they're in white mode for them to go back to black mode. But when they're in white mode, you can't heal. If you heal, it will hurt you, like some zombie shit, reverse healing. So be careful of that. Do not heal when they're in the white mode. We're going to use some AAs and stuff when they're in the white to keep stacking those turns or those movements so that they will go back to white or to black. Checking our debuffs, trying to see what the plan is, because we're at 88 turns now. It is a 130 turn limit, but we still have our summon phase left, so we're in pretty good shape. Every time someone's EX comes up, it's great for me. Saving skill uses. Go ahead and put another Seal Evil up so Aerith can keep her battery and damage on par with each other, because when that Seal Evil's gone, she's just not doing as much damage. You can still battery a lot, but they're not really threatening me in this portion. I don't know why. They're just hitting with brave attacks mostly, and I don't even really need to heal, so I'm not worried about it. Went ahead and used Onion Knight Call here to get some free turns. Try to get us over the edge without running out of all of our skills. Free turns make me happy. And you see they're in white mode, so I'm trying to get them back to out of killer mode. So I did a free AA and then did a regular AA just to kind of usher them back to the black mode, which is what we want. If you bring the right team comp, this Reckoning, or this entire tier of dimensions in Transcendence isn't as tough as the first one, in my opinion. I used Lightning, Squall, and Faris on the right, and I used Garland, Aranea, and Aerith on the left. So I kind of just bum rushed it with meta units. No time to be cute. No time to do anything fun. Just shit stomp it and move on to the next. But this team is kind of just set up to deal with all the orbs and deal with all the mechanics of these fights. So we're in pretty good shape. Keeping them debuffed, healing up the chip damage that they put on us when they're in the black mode is important as well, because once they go back into white, I'm not going to be able to heal. I burst my summon here maybe a little early, but I want to really just burn them down to as low as possible. I'll keep an eye on my skills to make sure I'm not going to run out on anyone. Faris's rework, like I said, is it's all right. It's not ideal, but I like Faris. She's a pirate. That's pretty fucking dope. We love a hot pirate, so I pulled. Fuck it. Use our last LD here. Try to stack some damage. Keep these guys close. I think they go into the killer mode at certain thresholds. So just be aware when you're approaching one of those thresholds. They're going to go into the killer mode, and you need to move a certain number of times before they come out. So we're at 2 and 2 for skills on Faris, and 1 and 2 for Garland. So, whew. And I think his LD is out completely as well. So we are really cutting it close, but we got him at 17 and 27%, and they're hitting us with brave only attacks, so that'll be fine. Another AA to try to add to the moves to get them out of that killer mode. We don't like that. had a little low battery warning. Charge your phone, boy. Killer mode canceled on both of them. Oh, and then killer mode back. So I don't know what causes that, but I don't really give a shit because I'm not going to be healing anyway. I'm just going to try to shoot them down, burn them down as close together as possible, and then just not kill them until I can heal. We're at 113 turns out of 130. So at this point, my thinking was just focus them down, get them close to dead, but don't kill them off, so that any little healing I need, I can get off once they turn black again. Checking my buffs to see if I would have enough Seal Evil on her to hit B, which it did. And now they both did a little AoE damage, but they're debuffed to hell and didn't really hurt that much. I'm sure it took me down below the threshold though, so the HP threshold for clearing. So I'm going to kind of work around killing them. I could kill them a little earlier, but I do not want to miss that HP requirement again. And they're just hitting us with straight up brave attacks. So that's pretty helpful. Come out of killer mode, I immediately heal, then pretty much put the nail in the coffin. Garland finishes it off and we are done. So hope you enjoyed. That's how you handle Transcendence Tier 2 with the meta team that I used. Follow, like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.